The British children's TV theme continues, with this upload exploring another 8 British 80s kids cartoons. The term cartoons is being used to include all forms of animation, and the terms 80s and British are being used to describe 80s British things. Being alphabetically ordered, the list begins with Danger Mouse. The exciting, playful adventures of suave super spy parody Danger Mouse and bumbling sidekick Penfold is enlivened by a large varied cast, involved voice acting and sharp humour, even if Penfold occasionally becomes irritatingly useless. All the cartoon mouse heroes I've worked with have severed ties with me after realising I was useless, so it's surprising DM never does the same thing with Penfold. DM deserves a more competent sidekick, someone like Fireman Sam. The lives of fictional South Welsh town Pontypandy's residents, including the local firefighters, a shopkeeper, and an Italian cafe owner, the last of whom was probably based on my great-grandmother, or possibly my great-grandmother was based on her, is shown through appealing stop-motion and amusing script, eccentrically endearing versatile characters, a degree of excitement, and surprisingly natural, informative safety messages all mean Fireman Sam offers similar entertainment value as a nostalgic adult as it did during childhood, at which point I was a child, and now I'm left wanting more. Or more specifically, the Amazing Adventures of Morph. The adventures of amorphous clay creatures are explored with energetically, joyfully absurd creativity through this Aardman production, rife with balletically fluid stop motion and charmingly colourful characters with memorably unique speech patterns, who are all, essentially, inanimate objects brought to life, a concept which is very familiar to Penny Crayon. A young beret-wearing girl navigates life with the ability to bring life to any item she draws. Contrary to popular belief, this is not based on a true story. The exciting creativity and humour is appealing, if marred slightly by budgeted presentation and some irritating characters. If I wanted to listen to irritating characters, I'd watch something else, like one of my videos, with the midpoint reached, mentioning that previous videos on a similar theme are available in the card above. This includes a longer form video on Fireman Sam, as well as one on another soon-to-be-named Welsh hero, who sadly never made a guest appearance in the Poddington Peas. A community of humanoid peas conduct their daily lives at the bottom of the garden, passively hoping to keep their existence a secret now, please. If they wanted to be kept a secret, they probably shouldn't have allowed a nature documentary camera crew to film them. Thanks to the varied, distinctive characters, playful design, amusing wordplay, and enthusiastic narration from Paul Needs, this is a charming, alliteratively titled show using the word pea, even if a more famous example of such a show would be Postman Pat. The duties of Greendale's iconic postman are documented in this visually pleasing, detailed stop-motion production, which captures a gentle, welcoming mood thanks to its calming setting, endearing cast, and joyous music. The only troubling element is the opening song's closing lyrics, Pat feels he's a very happy man, paradoxically implying he feels happy, but in fact isn't, or is, but shouldn't be. These are confusingly tragic thoughts that could be softened by the delights of SuperTed. In the second Welsh production of this list, a defective, neglected teddy is brought to life and given powers he then uses alongside his alien companion to fight Strongman Bulk, Skeleton, and Cowboy Texas Pete, because this is a Welsh show. The excitement, imagination, and other strengths of SuperTed have been documented in a much older video of mine, so direct and interested viewers there will allow extra time to discuss The Wind in the Willows. The adventures of riverbank animal friends based on Kenneth Graham's book, with which I felt deep attachment for years, are captured via intricate, enticing stop motion, suitable committed voice performances, and passionate folk music. This excellent series deserves a future more detailed analysis, and makes me glad these animals allowed a nature documentary crew to film them. With the list concluded, the time has arrived to invite comments on your thoughts about any discussed show, or indeed any British 80s cartoon. My personal favourite 4 of the list are Fireman Sam, SuperTed, Wind in the Willows, and The Amazing Adventures of Morph, which are all genuinely enjoyable, even in adulthood. Thanks for watching, and if I don't see you next time, I'll assume you're part of a nature documentary crew hoping to capture animals in entertaining adventures. You may never top Cosgrove Hall's Wind in the Willows, but, good luck to you anyway. Down at the bottom of the garden, among the birds and the bees, there live a lot of little people they call the Poddington Peas. There's creepy black-eyed pea and dumpy. Keep it a secret now, please. There's Zippy, Happy, and the Sweet Pea. And all the Poddington Peas. The Poddington Peas.